Hello everyone, my name is Dion Schuddeboom, and today I'm going to be comparing the Logitech MX Keys Mini versus Apple's Magic Keyboard. Now, both of these keyboards I think are the two best options if you're looking for a low profile, thin chiclet style keyboard to add to your Mac, PC or iPad. The MX Keys Mini with its backlit keys, as well as Apple's Magic Keyboard with its truly great design. Each keyboard has its own unique strengths and features, all of which I'll cover today. In terms of price, both of these keyboards come in at $99, and as always, I will leave all of the purchase links down in the description. So to start, let's look at the design side by side. Now, ironically, the MX Keys Mini is less mini compared to the Magic Keyboard, though I would still consider both of these keyboards to be quite portable. Both keyboards have this nice metal looking frame, though only on the Magic Keyboard is this actually made out of aluminum, whereas on the MX Keys Mini you have a plastic frame. Looking from the side here, you can see that neither keyboard is flat, though the MX Keys Mini has a slightly steeper angle. The MX Keys Mini charges with USB-C and will give you 5 months of battery life with the backlight off. With the backlight on, you can get up to 10 days of battery life. I'll get more onto the backlight in a sec. On the other hand, the Magic Keyboard charges with the Lightning port and will give you up to 2 months of battery life and does not have any backlight. Alright, so looking more closely at the individual keys themselves, you can see that on the MX Keys Mini, we get these light gray keys with a slight circular indent. Now, I do have the Mac-specific version of the MX Keys Mini, and what this means is you'll get things like the Command key as well as the Option key just like you would on any Apple keyboard, including the Magic Keyboard. Speaking of which, the Magic Keyboard has these flat white keys that are very similar to what you'll find on a MacBook. Do note that I have a slightly older version of the Magic Keyboard. The current version has more modern function keys, as well as offering an option to have Touch ID, although this does come at a slightly higher price. Both keyboards take a minimalistic approach to their designs. However, to me, the Magic Keyboard does look best. The aluminum frame really gives a sense of quality. In addition to this, while still being a full-size keyboard, it is actually smaller compared to the MX Keys Mini. It is also much lighter, coming in at less than half the weight. And what this will mean is that the Magic Keyboard will be easier to travel with and take with you on the go. I also like that there's no logos or branding. The thin, sharply angled frame looks very clean and will pair especially well with any Mac. Let me know in the comments, which design do you prefer? Okay, so design is one thing, but what about the actual typing experience? Well, both keyboards offer a scissor switch mechanism that gives a more narrow typing experience, but there are some differences between the two. The MX Keys Mini in particular has a pretty interesting key design. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the keys have this circular indent, and this is meant to actually match the shape of your finger as it presses on the key. Now, at first I wasn't sure how much of an impact this would have on the typing experience, but in reality, this actually made very little to no difference and only took me minutes to get used to. The Magic Keyboard has more flat keys, and this will feel very familiar if you're used to typing on Apple's keyboards, that is both before as well as after their butterfly keyboards. Compared to the MX Keys Mini, the keys on the Magic Keyboard are slightly more clicky, both in terms of their sound as well as their tactile feedback. I'm going to do a brief typing test on both keyboards so you can hear the difference. Starting off with the MX Keys Mini, and then the Magic Keyboard. Hopefully you can hear that difference. Overall, I would say the typing experience on both keyboards is truly great. As someone who grew up with and is used to typing on MacBook keyboards, I feel right at home using both the MX Keys Mini as well as Apple's Magic Keyboard. While the typing experience may be similar between the two, the MX Keys Mini does offer something special, and that is backlit keys. This is a feature that I've always really enjoyed having on my MacBooks and always missed on Apple's external keyboards, so I'm really glad to see it built in here. Now, the backlight is in white, so there is no RGB, but for me this is not a problem, as most of the time I prefer white anyway, as this will pair best with my Mac setup. The MX Keys Mini also uses proximity sensors, and this is to detect when your hands are close to the keyboard and will then automatically turn on the backlight the moment your hands touch the keys. Additionally, the backlight will also turn off after some inactivity to save battery. In terms of brightness, this is adjusted automatically, however can also be adjusted manually using the shortcut keys right in the function row. In my experience, I found the brightness to get bright enough for any scenario where you'd reasonably need the backlight to be on. Additionally, while both keyboards connect via Bluetooth, only the MX Keys Mini offers multi-device support, letting you connect to and quickly switch between up to 3 connected devices. This is great if, say, you want to swiftly switch between your Mac, your iPad, and even your PC. So with all of that said, what's the verdict? Well, $100 is quite a lot of money to spend on a keyboard. With that said, I am glad to say that both of these keyboards really are quality keyboards that offer a comfortable typing experience and should last for years to come. If design is your priority, then the Magic Keyboard wins in this area. It is the definition of a modern, clean, and minimalistic design that will pair perfectly with your Mac setup. Not to mention, the lighter and more portable design also means it is easier to travel with. On the other hand, the backlit keys on the MX Keys Mini are really great to have, even for someone like me who types without looking at the keyboard on those brief moments when you need to reposition your hands or use some keys in the function row. Having the backlight is really useful. Also, if you want to connect to and switch between multiple devices, the MX Keys Mini does have that multi-device support. So which would I choose? Well, as you can tell, I'm quite fond of both of these keyboards. For me, I would say the perfect keyboard would be a combination of the two. For example, a Magic Keyboard with backlit keys. Apple, get on it. For the time being though, I've used the Magic Keyboard for several years and will now switch to the MX Keys Mini. Hope this can help you out with your buying decision. As always, I will leave all of the purchase links down in the description. I've also done full individual reviews of both keyboards, which I will leave linked on screen right now. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.